average. He's average. He's look, I was talking to him there, so it's not, it's not bad, but he's, got a, I think the just a really stiff, he can move it all right, and he's talking fine and all of that sort of stuff, but yeah, he's got the concussion. So.
How does the process work, Trent, given that I think he had one against Melbourne 5 weeks ago?
Yeah. Tough one for me to answer, to be honest. I know the protocol within the week, so it's usually a 6-day protocol. That's why a lot of the 5-day ones don't get there. I think we had it a couple of weeks ago with Boyd. We had that 5-day turnaround into Brisbane, and he didn't get there. So it's usually a 6-day protocol. But other than that, I can't help you with what the protocol is.
Made it hard, like it wasn't the perfect start, but
no,
that certainly made it hard.
Understatement there, Paul. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it made it very difficult there, obviously. And then I thought that was pretty early on. Obviously, went to 8-0 off that at that time. Plus, we had to make the change, and then. What did it get back to? 10-6? 10-6, I think it got back to, and I think we were in a bit of a rhythm there. We were starting to and then we had that good ball set where we had the error, and then I think they came right down the other end, and then we didn't see, I think we had maybe a repeat set. We just couldn't get back into a position, and then to go in at half-time like we did, that was disappointing. I thought if we could have sustained a little bit more ball and a little bit more footy, we might have played ourselves into a bit of a rhythm, but that wasn't the case at all.
Regrets about Cooper at that point, not playing?
At that point, you still got a half on the bench, and you still got a guy that you believe in can play 5'8". That's probably, obviously right now you can look at it that way, but, I said I'm not going to walk the path that we've all walked to get the same result. So, I know what's best for the team, and it didn't come off tonight. So that's a big part of tonight's got to, I've got to shoulder the responsibility for that.
What did you think overall their intent as opposed to yours?
Yeah, I think their intent was clear, and I thought ours was quite clear early on as well. Like I thought our intent was pretty clear in that game, but then we couldn't ask enough questions or kick the ball into enough positions for it to be, a contest at the back end of that first half. And then they grew. The longer the game went, it's a credit to them. They've been, rising over the last few weeks, and I knew they knew this was going to be a test. And they rose again. So, you got to take your medicine when you have a game like that.
What do you think of Brock Lamb when he stayed there?
Yeah, tough night for him. Obviously, he got he's sort of come in and he's going to come in and start getting some games. Lachie Lamb's hurt his wrist, so we wanted to get Brock in because. We thought Luke might be away a bit over the next 6 weeks, so to start to get that, and then he came in under as really the only half on the field there, and it ended up being a tough night. But he wasn't alone. That's not on him. That's on us as a team.
In respect to Luke and the tests that happen over the next week, how does it usually work? Would he be able to train?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's Friday night, so he could, if we played Thursday, Friday, Saturday or Sunday, if he passed the protocols, he could play any of the games next weekend.
And train all week or not?
There's progressions about what they can do. They can't do contact until probably day 4, okay. I think it is. They've got to make sure that they don't have any headaches tomorrow. When they go away, you can pass to stage 2, stage 3. So that's the protocol. So the first thing is waking up in the morning and making sure that that he's feeling good. So if that's tomorrow or Saturday, and then you can go to the next Saturday or Sunday, and then you can go to the next step.
Would you say his run of concussions is any
worse than normal? I mean, is it problematic or no?
I would say, I mean, I think Kalen had the same at the end there. I think that the force of that, you know, it would have got most people, I would say, as far as that goes. And, you know, we've done all the tests. The doctors have been really good with the tests that they've done. So, you know, it's hard me going into something that I don't know a lot about, other than I know that the doctors have handled it really well over the past couple of years.
Robbo, the Knights haven't been in the finals, I think, since you beat them in 2013. What do you think their chances are like this year?
Improving, I'd say. You know, they've been very impressive. Piercy's been playing the house down. I really think, and I think Kalen is obviously very good, but it's been on the back of Piercy. Piercy's stood and delivered over the last month, and I remember, I think the first game they were out of form, and the first game that they won, he was not going to let them lose that game, and he just bossed the whole game. And they were still out of form. I thought the team was out of form, and then he just bossed the game. He just said, I'm going to win this game, and I'm going to kick, and scored a try and all of that. And then I think everybody's gained confidence around him. You know, I don't mean to talk about another team much, but I've been watching him progress, and that's what's happened.
Do you think you should play Origin, Robbo?
I think, you know, Piercy's in fine form. You know, that's, I think, you know, obviously Nathan Cleary being the incumbent, but I think Adam Reynolds has been playing great footy all year. And then Piercy is in high form. Like, that's top end footy that he's playing at the moment.
Drew, what about Luke Keary for your own selfish reasons? Would you like to maybe see him miss Origin 1 just to give him that time to recover?
If he's right, I'd love him to play. He deserves to play. That's how you can't be selfish as a coach when it comes to Origin. You've got to allow those guys to go and play, because they get more fatigued and they become better players. So any chance you get to have your players play Origin, you'll drive them there if you have to, because, you know, it does cost, but it does make them better. I think you would have, like, we were horrible tonight. You know, I think that was really disappointing, the harder that game got. But then I looked at Cordner and Tedesco tonight from our side, and they just kept going. It's harder, it's getting uncomfortable, but I'm going to go again. I thought Tupu on the back of that as well. I was, you know, a lot of that was on me and changes and getting that done. But those guys, I saw some really, that's what Origin does. I want more players like that.
I guess, Robbo, the last couple of weeks shows how hard it is to win back-to-back titles, doesn't it? You know, it's...
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Like, it feels horrible now, Buzz. Obviously,
Yeah.
you know, you got a really good team. You have faith, and as I said, if you want to, you better not walk the same path, and then you don't, and then I end up costing the team one of the best players that's played our game playing tonight, and you know, that's on me. So you know, I put pressure on players tonight, but also, you know, we're not going to walk the same path as everyone else to get the same result. So
Why did you rest Cooper then, mate? Is he fatigued? Is he playing poor?
No, he needed. I wanted him to get a rest, but I wanted to get. We got some work into him.
Yeah, right.
You know, we got some hard training into him. He trained hard over the last few days, because then you couldn't have got that done. The boys need a rest, so we're giving some time off.
Yeah.
But you actually want to get some base, more base into him, because, you know, coming back in January compared to before that. So there's you know, probably don't want to go all the way into it, but this has been planned.
Was there a concern, Robbo, that it may have looked like a bit of a lack of respect, or the opposition could have taken it like a lack of respect?
Yeah, I got asked that before the game, but it was more of a respect for all of our squad. I think it'll take 25 players, you know, to play how we want to play, and it was a respect for our squad, and it didn't work tonight. It has worked this year, and it didn't work tonight. And you know, that's, as I said, that's on me for that. But you're not going to change course. I'm not going to all of a sudden, run guys into the ground throughout the course of the whole season. We'll get them fresh. We'll get them ready. They'll play some tough back-to-back games, and then, yeah.
In the scheme of things, does a loss like that, maybe down the track, you might look at a game and think, well, that was a game where...
The best learning curve?
Well, I don't know whether it's a learning curve, but, well, could it be, though? Is that you don't get ahead of yourselves too much?
No,
maybe?
It is what you make of it. You better... That it hurts, so it's not much use trying to make it not hurt. You better feel every bit of it for a period of time, and we get the joy of feeling it for 2 weeks, not one. So that's footy. We've had lots of good times. So if you can't sit here and feel as bad as you do, then you won't have the good times again. So I deserve every bit of this loss, and we deserve to sit in it and bathe in it for a while.